Okay, today we're going to talk about surface area. Now, before we get into surface area, there's a couple things that we need to make sure that we understand. Two of the things we've already talked about, the one thing we did not talk about. Okay? In order to understand surface area, the first thing you've got to know is how to find area. Okay, for a triangle, we now know that the formula is A equals 1/2 base times height. Just get a notebook paper off right now. Also, you're going to need to know that for a rectangle, area is length times width. Okay? Those are two things that two of the things that we already know. The next thing that you're going to need to be able to do is to create what we call a net. Okay? A net. That is for lack of a better thing, a two-dimensional drawing of a three-dimensional shape. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a prism or pyramid and we're going to lay it flat. Okay, we're going to lay the sides down. Okay, now, here's an art lesson for you real quick. And believe me, my artistic abilities are 0. But, let's say you want to you're going to need to be able to draw prisms and pyramids. Okay, so, if you want to make a pyramid, the easiest thing to do, let's say we have a triangular pyramid. Draw a triangle. Put a dot above it. I'm going to put a dotted line to the top. I'm going to put a solid line from that point down to the other points of the triangle. Now, it's easy for me because I have a dry erase marker. I can make dotted lines here. So that now I have a triangular pyramid. You can. Okay? If we want to draw a rectangular pyramid, all we're going to do is we're going to draw a rectangle. We're going to put a dot above it. And we're going to take this dot and we're going to connect it to the 4 points of the rectangle. Now, if you want to, you can take this. It's easy for me since I have a dry erase marker to make dotted lines. And now we have created a rectangular pyramid. Okay? If you wanted to, we could make a pentagonal pyramid. We're going to draw a pentagon. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to put a dot up here. We're going to connect that dot to all the corners of the pentagon. And by the magic of dry erase markers, there I have my pentagonal pyramid. Now, something that we're going to talk about later, the way you can identify the different types of pyramid is by the shape of their base. In a pyramid, you're going to have more triangles than any other shape. Okay? If you look, here we have how many triangles? 1, 2, 3. Okay? We have more triangles than any other shape. Here, we would have how many triangles?
2. 4.
4. The front, the side, and the back. So we know this. We have a pyramid. The shape that's not a triangle is a?
Rectangle.
So we know it's a rectangular pyramid. the shape that's not a triangle is the shape of the base. Here we would have 5 triangles. The base is what shape? Pentagon, because it's a shape that's not a triangle, so it's a pentagonal pyramid. Yes? Top right hand door. Now, to draw a net of a pyramid, what we're going to do is we're going to label every vertex. So we're going to label it A, B, C, and D. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw the base. The base in this shape is a triangle. It's CBD. Agreed? Now we're going to draw what we call the lateral faces. The lateral faces are the sides that connect the base to the top. So, this triangle here with the side CD, it goes up to the top. There would be A. This side here, we took it and we laid it flat. If you want to think about it like this, we could take this side, lift it up. For BD, what triangle goes with the side BD? It'd be triangle BDA. Now, I can take this side, lift it up, take this side, lift it up. Now I have side CB of my base. What triangle goes with CB? CBA. And now, if I took this triangle, lifted it up, took this triangle, lifted it up, and took that triangle and lifted it up, can you visualize a triangular pyramid? All we did is we took all the lateral faces and we laid them flat. Make sense? Now, for the rectangular pyramid, once again, we label all the vertices. A, B, C, D, and E. Now, when we want to draw the net, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the base. The base is what shape? It is a rectangle. This point is point. This is what point of the rectangle? Point B. This is C. This is E. And this is D. Now we want to connect, we want to do the lateral faces. Side BD, what triangle goes with side BD? BDA. What triangle goes with side BC? Here's BC, BCA. With CE, it would be BCA. And with DE, DEA. Now, do you see how we took this rectangular pyramid and we made it into a net? We laid the sides flat. Does that make sense? If we were to take this, lift it up, take this, lift it up, take this, lift it in, take that, lift it in, there we have our rectangular pyramid. Okay? And we would do the same thing with this. A, B, C, D, E, and this back here would be F. Okay? And if we're going to do the net for pentagonal pyramid, we'd start with the pentagon. Okay? And we'd label it F, B, C, D, and E. And since it's a pyramid, we know all the lateral faces are what shape? Triangle. And at the other point, the other side of the triangle is going to be point A. So you'd have a A here, an A here, an A here. Okay, does that make sense? Everybody good about that? So now you understand how to make nets out of all the pyramids. Now for a prism. Okay? Prism. very easy to draw as well. And believe me, I have absolutely no artistic abilities whatsoever. Look at them. If you want to draw a rectangular prism, or sorry, let's do it with a triangular prism. All you're going to do is draw two triangles, one slightly above the other one. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to connect that, the corresponding point. That goes to this, this, excuse me, goes with that, and then this goes with that one. Now if you want to get fancy, the lines that you would not be able to see, we can make them dotted lines. That's what you're going to see in the book. And so there we have a triangular prism. How do you know it's a prism? You see more rectangles than any other shape. The back side, the front side, and the base. You have three rectangles. Now, what shape's not a rectangle?
Triangle.
And how many are there? Two, because these are what we call bases. You have two bases. Okay, once again, prisms are named by the shape of the base. The base is a prism, or sorry, the triangle, so it is a triangular prism. Now, if you want to draw a rectangular prisms are even easier. Draw a rectangle. I thought I was hot stuff whenever I could do rectangular prisms. I mean, I was like, whoa! So you draw a rectangle, start in the middle. Make another rectangle like that. And now all you got to do is connect the corresponding corners. And there you've created a rectangular prism. Oh, I mean, I thought I was the greatest, I was a genius when I figured that out. I think I was probably in college at that point. Okay, so I wasn't very smart. Okay? Now, if you want to draw a pentagonal prism, you're going to draw a pentagon. And then you're going to draw another pentagon slightly above it. And then once again, we're going to connect the corresponding point. And there we would have a pentagonal prism.
Best artist in the world.
I'm a genius. Okay? Once again, we know it's a prism because we have more rectangles than any other shape. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do, if we're going to make a net out of these prisms. To make a net out of a prism, once again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to label the point. A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now, just like we did with the pyramid, the first thing we want to do is we want to draw a base. Okay, I'm going to make the rectangle.
What would happen if the A was on the other side of it?
I don't care, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's just it's a visual, so you know. But I'll show you why I label it. Okay. Okay. I'm going back to my A just because I want to be fussy and not listen to you. Okay. So now, this rectangle is what it's sitting on, right? So here is B, here is C, here is E, and here is F. Okay, everybody can see that? Now, what base can I make with side BC? What shape? A triangle. What point is this out here? A. What base can I make with CF? Here's CF. What base do I make with that? What lateral face is what shape? A rectangle. And what goes with C? A. And what goes with F? D. Now, something you could do, so you don't get lost, is label it the base. Okay? Now, what lateral face goes with side EF? What shape? Triangle. What face goes with side BE?
C.
Here's BE. It's this back one back here.
It's C and F.
Not C. We already have CF.
Oh,
We already have that. Clark?
A rectangle.
Which, okay, it's a shape. It's a rectangle. And it's a shape. What goes with B? A. What goes with E? D. That's a shape. Okay. So now, if you look at it, we have created a net. This side, if we flip it up. This side, if we flip it up. We take those sides in. And there we have created our rectangular prism. Or triangular prism, sorry. Okay? For this one, we're going to label it. It doesn't matter how you label it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay? What points do we want to start with? Okay? Well, give me the base. Parker. What's it sitting on? Faith?
It's on a rectangle.
What, okay, give me the point.
E, H, what did we say in the box?
E, H.
F, and G.
Okay, E, F, G, H. Okay, so here's our base. I'm going to label it. Here is E, here is F, here is H, and there's G. Now, here's we got to be a little bit careful. What goes with F? Or what goes with EF?
A, C.
Does everybody see what goes with the E? A. And what goes with the F? C. What goes with FG?
C, D.
CD. The C goes with the F. The D goes with the G. Sounds like a rap song. The D to the G. What goes with HG? BD. That was Bell Biv DeVoe, right? Bell Biv DeVoe. That's way before your time. What goes with EH? AB. A goes with E. B goes with the H. Now, we're missing one. We're missing the top. Where do we want to put the top? It doesn't matter. For me, I would put it probably one of these. Okay? What goes with C on the top? A. And what goes with D on the top? B. But, I mean, technically, you could have put it on any of these other ones. Because now, you're going to take this flap, you're going to take it up, and then you're going to take the top part of it, and you're going to take that, and you're going to flip it over. Do you see that? Okay? You won't have to worry about pentagonal, finding the surface area of a pentagonal prism. Okay? You're not going to need to worry about that. Okay? So now, that's how we make the nets. That is the hard part. That's the hard part. Now, the easy part is finding the surface area. Let's say that this is 6 inches, this is 5 inches, and this is 4 inches. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to label all the sides of our net. Now, what do we know? We know that FG is 6 inches, right? So, right here, here's FG, 6 inches. Because that's 6 inches, we also know that all of these are going to be 6 inches. Agreed? Yes. What else do we know? EF is 5 inches. If that's 5 inches, all of these are going to be 5 inches as well. Does that make sense? What else do we know? AE is 4 inches. Here's AE, 4 inches. Since that's 4 inches, I know that this is 4 inches as well. Now we got to look. We have a couple we didn't do yet. Hey, guess what? AE, we just did that, right? Guess what? That's still 4 inches, right? Which means that this is 4 inches as well. Now, if AE is 4 inches, guess how long BH is? It's going up and down also, right? So this is 4 inches, which means that that one is 4 inches. Now we have FC. Where's FC? FC goes up and down. What is the height up and down? 4 inches. So this is 4 inches. Guess what? This one is also 4 inches. We need to find CA. CA goes front to back. Well, what measurement do we have going front to back? Front to back. 5 inches. So if this is 5 inches, this one also is 5 inches. Now all we got to do is find the area of all of them and then add them up. Well, what's 6 times 4?
24.
What's 5 times 4?
20.
What's 5 times 6?
30.
What's 4 times 5?
20.
What is 6 times 4?
24.
What is 5 times 6?
30.
So now the last thing we need to do is we need to add them up. We're going to add up 24, 30, 24, 30, 20, and 20. So we add them all up. That's 8, 2, 4, 5, or sorry, 2, 4, 7, 9, 12, 14. And so the surface area would be 148 inches squared because it's surface area. Key is area. Area means square units. Does that make sense? Now, let's go to this one. Let's say that this is 6 inches. This is 4 inches. I'm going to need to tell you the height of this triangle, of this shape. This is going to be, let's say, 3 inches. Okay? Now, what do we know? We know that the AD is 6 inches, right? So we find AD, 6 inches. That means that all of these are 6 inches. Agreed? Now, they're going to try to confuse you. They're going to say that this is 5 inches there. Okay? Well, AB is 5 inches. But guess what? Do we need to know that? No, because that is the hypotenuse. We don't care about that. What do we need to know? We need to know the height of the triangle. How high is the triangle? 3 inches. So if that's 3 inches, guess what this height is? 3 inches. Now, BC is 4 inches. Where's BC at? BC. 4 inches means that that is 4 inches. Now, we need this, AB. How long is AB? 5 inches. Now that's where we need to have that measurement. If that's 5 inches, this is 5 inches. CA. CA is up and down. Well, if this is 5 inches, this is going to be 5 inches. And this is going to be 5 inches. So now we find the areas. 5 times 6 is?
30.
6 times 4 is?
24.
5 times 6 is?
30.
Now we got to find the area of that triangle. Triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. A equals 1/2. My base is 4. My height is 3. 1/2 times 4 is 2. And now I have 2 times 3, which gives me 6. So this is 6, and this would be 6. And so now I add them up. 30, 24, 30, 6, and 6. 12, 16, 5, 8, 9, and it'll be 96 inches squared. Does it make sense? The hard part is simply making the net. But the easy thing to do is label the points. If you label the points, it will make it so much easier. easier. It'll take a lot of the confusion out of it. Now, let's go here. If we have this, let's say that this is 6 inches, this is 4 inches. This side here is 8 inches. The distance from top to bottom of that triangle, we're going to say is 7 inches. Okay? It's kind of confusing. Whenever you look at it in your book, it's going to be a whole lot easier. Okay, so BC is 4 inches. That's 4, which makes that 4. BD is going across. That's the same as this, 6 inches. So this is 6 inches. Now the height. The height would be, for this one, it would be, I think I said 7. Okay? And this would be 7. Depending if it's a square one, this would be 7. And that one would be 7. And it's going to be a little bit easier whenever you come time for your homework. Okay? But once again, we just simply find the areas. 6 times 4 is 24. Here we would have A equals 1/2. Base times height. A equals 1/2. My base here is 6. My height is 7. 1/2 times 6 is 3. And now 3 times 7, which is 21. And so if that's 21, that one would be 21. For this one here, A equals 1/2, base times height. A equals 1/2. My base is 4. My height is 7. 1/2 times 4 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. So this one is 14, and that one is 14. And now I just need to add up the 21, the 24, the 21, the 14, and the 14. Okay? Any questions? Now, real quick, get out your notebook. Do you guys have your notebooks out? Okay, so define surface area. Step 1, what's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to actually draw the shape. So step 1, draw the shape. You're going to draw the shape and also what else? Label the points. Step 2. Now we're going to draw the net. Step 3. Put in the length. You're going to write the lengths on the net. Step 4. Find the areas. I'm going to say find the areas of each face. And then the last thing, step 5, add the areas. Okay? Any questions? We flew through this. I understand. I do understand it. Okay? But the hard part is drawing the nets. Make that easy by labeling the points on your drawing. And then once you have that net drawn, just throw in the measurements and find the areas. Remember our formulas for triangle base times 1/2 base times height, for rectangle length times width. Okay? Your homework. Page 294. I'm going to give you 439. Okay? For questions 4, 5, and 6, all you're going to do is draw the net. That's all you do. 4, 5, and 6, you're going to draw the net. Then for 7, 8, 9, you're going to draw the net and find the surface areas. Do not do 10, 11, 12, or anything else. Okay, we'll do those later. Well, you're going to have to draw a net for all of them.
I know, but what number?
Well, 4, 5, and 6 are under measurements. So you can't find the surface area because they're under measurement.